This Paladin deck doesn't just run the Jailer, it also hit rank 1 Legend. Bunny Hopper was able to reach rank 1 Legend mere hours after the patch went live, and this was the deck that he did it with. XL, Jailer, Reno, Countess, Cariel, Paladin. To the casual player, this deck absolutely makes no sense. But trust me, there's a reason that we're running Reno even though we have duplicates, and there's a reason we're running the Countess even though we have neutral cards. And it's all thanks to the Jailer, but most importantly, because of this 2-mana spell, Order in the Court. Order in the Court has got to be the best card that Paladin has received, not just in this mini set, but in Castle Nathria as a whole. And it's because now Paladin has consistent ways of setting up real win conditions. And the reason why Order in the Court works so perfectly in this deck is because you're going to draw immediately into your Jailers, Light Ray, Lightforged Cariel, Leviathan, Countess, and yes, even Reno Jackson. It just depends on how early you play Order in the Court. The rest of this deck is built to support the early and mid game, so that way you can comfortably play your Order in the Court. But this is really where the power of this deck comes from. The consistency of having the best late game possible. You don't just want to play Order in the Court as early as turn 2, but the best way to set up the win condition with this deck is to play it around turns 5 or 6. Because if you play this on turn 5, you'll draw your Jailer immediately, then on your 6 and 7 turn, you draw into Light Ray, and then immediately on turn 8, you will draw into Lightforged Cariel. So this is one way that you can guarantee having Cariel playable on turn 8 almost every game. And then after 2 more turns, you will draw your Leviathan and your Countess. So if you want Reno, you'll have to wait for 1 more turn before you play the Jailer. But whenever you feel comfortable, you can easily play the Jailer into both Light Rays for easily 20 damage. And even if your opponent is playing a hard removal card like Gigafin, Whirlpool, or Twisting Nether, you still have the Countess, which is now available to be procced for value since you've destroyed your deck, as an easy way to give you even more large minions. And unless your opponent has the second AoE clear, there is no way these minions are gonna die. And in situations where you're being pressured and the fatigue is becoming a real threat after you play the Jailer, this is why we play Reno Jackson. Because if you have Lightforged Cariel, you've already played the Jailer, and you're sitting at a low HP cost, Reno Jackson can solo the games, because once you start taking fatigue, the Cariel hero power is going to give you a ridiculous amount of time. So it all comes down to whether or not your board is able to kill your opponent. And if you can't kill somebody with a 10-10 Jailer, there's something wrong here. But this deck has the weirdest text that I've ever seen in a Hearthstone deck, and it actually works somewhat consistently. But I would argue that this is not the best deck in the format right now. However, I would still argue that this might be one of the best Jailer decks to currently play in the meta. And there are some instances where if you make one miscalculation, you are going to throw games. So I warn you, do not craft this deck unless you really want to play this archetype. Because I imagine that this deck is only going to get worse as the mini set develops. This deck is a powerhouse though, so if you can afford all of these legendaries, I would highly recommend it because it's a ton of fun to play, and you can still win games with it. Normally I would go over the win conditions with this deck, but since I just explained what the major legendaries do, that's pretty much what the win cons are. Your 3 main win conditions are playing the Jailer, playing Lightforged Cariel, and then using the Countess and Reno Jackson to try and supplement the game depending on what matchup you're experiencing. The win conditions are super simple to explain, but getting to this point is the difficult part. So this is where mastering the Mulligan is going to be extremely powerful with this deck, and honestly, I haven't even looked at the Mulligan data yet, so you guys are getting data that I haven't even experienced. Because when I was playing this deck, the data was not available. So huge shout out to HS Replay for doing an amazing job of collecting so many games after the patch has gone live only for a couple of days. According to HS Replay, the most commonly kept cards are Knight of the Anointment, Alliance Bannerman, Battle Vicar, Sinful Sous Chef, Seafloor Savior, Righteous Protector, Muckborn Servant, Simmering Sunfish, Stonehearth Vindicator, Cariel Rome, and then finally, Order of the Court is kept at a 49% kept rate, and honestly, I am super shocked to see Order in the Court be listed this low in the deck, but it does kind of make sense if you think about this being a control deck versus this being a combo deck that just wants to play Order in the Court immediately. I'm not gonna lie, I would keep Order in the Court in almost every single game. Because there's an argument that even keeping Stonehearth Vindicator is not good enough if you're trying to set up this combo, since you still do have cards like City Tax, Equality, as well as Righteous Defense. Which is why Night of the Anointment is so important to have in the mulligan, because it will get rid of those holy spells that you really don't want to draw for 0 mana. But the reason why Order in the Court might be at a 50% kept win rate is because it's not just about Order in the Court. You have to be able to survive to the big turns in order for this deck to seem threatening. So you still have to play your early game efficient enough to survive to these late turns, so that way Order in the Court can actually be played. Because according to HS Replay, the average turn that this card is played is by 6.8. So there are not a lot of people, rightfully so, that are just jamming this card on turn 2, because that's not how you're supposed to win with this deck. There is another Paladin deck that does use the Jailer and does want to play Order in the Court as soon as possible, but that is a topic for a future video. So make sure that you subscribe in order to be notified when that video gets released. But to conclude the mulligan guide, you really want to get your 1, 2, 3 curve and then play your Order in the Court by turns 4, 5, potentially even 6. Just always try to count ahead to see when your Carriel is going to be drawn on turn 8. That's usually what I try to do whenever I think about Order in the Court. But as far as the mulligan is concerned, just keep your early game minions, play for tempo, and then eventually your Order in the Court will give you the most streamlined win condition that's currently available in Hearthstone. Overall, I think that this deck is the most fun deck that you could possibly play in Hearthstone with the decks that we've seen so far. And personally, I am a big fan of Control Paladin, so it makes sense why this archetype just was so much fun to me. However, in this Hunter meta, Pure Paladin and Control Paladin are going to have some difficulty surviving. And with the priests coming in to destroy those hunters, it makes it even harder for Paladin to work effectively. Your positive matchups are going to be against Aggro Demon Hunter, Ramp Druid, Secret Mage, as well as Rogue archetypes. But the rest of the meta feels kind of volatile for this Paladin deck, so I don't believe this is going to be the best deck for you to use if you're trying to hit Legend. However, I can't ignore just how sweet and how awesome this deck is, and how this deck actually gave me a reason to craft the Golden Jailer. So if you're looking for a Hearthstone deck that is not only an insane amount of fun, plays a lot of legendaries, has insanely big minions like the Jailer, and can still win you some games, I would highly recommend playing XL Jailer Paladin. And if you guys enjoyed this content, feel free to like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel to be notified about any other future uploads we happen to come out with. Up next are a few games that I believe showcase the power of this deck and hopefully might convince you to craft this deck if you're on the edge. And as always, if you would like to see these clips live, we stream at twitch.tv/ClarkHellScream. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this deck breakdown, and we'll see you for the next video. So we're gonna be sitting here for a minute without all of the new cards. So I'm kind of gonna be going through like I guess the budget experience, you know, so I can kind of relate to people a bit more in my YouTube videos. Mischievous Circle. I'm sorry, Mischievous Imp. Fiendish Circle. Drive below. What's this? Is just 40 card burn Curse Lock. Play at my own risk. 13-12 with this bad deck. I imagine that like you played the deck that was good against aggro, right? All right, do I coin out the 3? Ooh, I definitely think I coined a 3 out now.
It's not too heavy.
All right, so Mage still has to be good now, right? Mage also has that 4 mana card.
The wails of these caverns chill me.
Yeah, I imagine that this was just the deck to stomp all of the newbie decks that people wanted to be good. Like I got destroyed by Casey earlier today. He was just playing regular Druid with like I think the Jailer in it or something. And yeah, I got destroyed, my guy. You might mean hat trick. There's a lot. There's a few different hats in the scene. Yeah, if that's the tweet that he made earlier today, it's like Beast Hunter, right? I'm not sure if I want to play Beast Hunter first day. Let's discover a spell maybe. Now I'm gonna do this. What's at the bottom of the deck? What's at the bottom? School teachers? Ooh, I think I'll take one. All right, pretty good, pretty good. I mean, Jailer definitely doesn't belong in that deck, so why would I care? If a deck can't play Jailer right now, sorry, not interested. I am not interested in decks that cannot do the goofy thing right now. I am very adamant during day 1 to try and like break the meta or to play like decks that are very unconventional. And I really wanted Boar, dude. I really wanted Boar to be that that unconventional deck that worked. But sadly, that was just not the case. All right, Order in the Court. Find me Order in the Court. Honestly, drawing Light Rays, that makes Order in the Court much better later. Service Bell might have a slot in this deck, man. I just want a Jailer deck to be tier 1. I feel like it would be a great way in order to kind of like laugh at all the people that thought that Jailer would be too slow or too unimpactful to see any play. I'm actually specifically calling out D-Money for this one, because I saw him make a tweet that was, yeah, this card will see a lot of play in a rank 5 bronze, and it's like, oh man, man, was he wrong? This card is amazing. I honestly could just make a big board too. I guess we do this, see what we find. We could just go wide. I think I just want to go wide, dude. Just take the damage while I can. I get so blinded by damage, especially when I have, like, the board advantage. But if he doesn't deal with this, like... If he doesn't deal with this, I can just slap the Okani behind the taunt. Good playlist tonight, bro. I use the same playlist every single day. It's just whether or not it wants to give you Master of Puppets. And today, it felt like giving Master of Puppets. Okay, I should have played Okani. Why didn't I play Okani? This would have been the way. Ooh, but there's Jailer.
I'm 7 moves ahead of you.
Alright, so now we'll counter the spell. And we'll play the, do we just... No, we don't play Light Rays. We save Light Ray for the Jailer turn. Wait, hold on a minute. Mage could use Mass Poly to stop Jailer turn. Oh, that's terrifying. That's actually terrifying. Consecration? I like the idea of picking Consecration just because, you know, removal. Jailer card. I mean, it's also got a 3 mana destroy a random minion. It's pretty much a deadly shot for Warlock. Okay, he missed the Blizzard. That's first off really good.
Sun sets.
You could trade to this if you really wanted to. Okay, yeah, dude.
Stop shattering.
Followed by another city tax. Yeah, let's try and see what we find. Ooh, Cario? Too soon for that.
And obey.
I don't hit the Okani. Nice. Okay. I had 6 Trogs and a Jailer and 1. Well, you had the Jailer. You still had a 10 attack minion. I'm talking about if I were to fill my board after and then suddenly I have only 1/1s and I get board locked. The Mage would rather Blizzard for 16 turns in a row. I guess that's also pretty fair. Speaking of, by the way.
Really? It's not too heavy.
I should have traded City Tax first. I don't need it. I could have had a more buff fish, but I decided not to because I hate fish. I want him to suffer. But do I even need to throw out the Jailer? That's the other part of this puzzle, you know? The other part of this we did not contemplate. Hunter main here, it gets old. Well, so does seeing the gear power over and over again. Oh, really? He cleared my board. Oh, wait, there's Order in the Court. That draws Cario. Now, dude, I get to do the thing now. I get to do the thing. I get to do the thing. I can get Reno and Countess. It's over. It's actually just over. I draw Leviathan. I draw Countess. I draw Reno. I play Jailer. I've got Bran into Countess. Okay, one thing I have to keep in mind is that my minions will literally never die. I will literally never die.
There's no chance we can ever be together?
Only if you could promise me you'll never die. If you did that, I would make love to you right now.
I promise. I will never die.
I will never die. Has anybody made that yet from Team America? I don't think so. Oh shit. Okay, well, I've got Consecration. I've got Leviathan into Consecration or Countess into Consecration. Play the Countess before? No. Don't you try to trick me. I'm picking. Oh my god, dude, I should just do it. I should just do it. I don't need Reno. Right? I don't need Reno. Okay, here we go. I feel like I'm about to get mass poly. He'll play Rude in response to Jailer. Alright, I'll play Brand into Countess. Or actually, it may not even be a good idea to play Brand into Countess, because then I have less board space. I'll Countess, and then I'll have big minions if he ends up polymorphing here. I had a hard decision. I am totally getting boxed here. But I'm taking half damage. I feel like this is fine. Solid alibi? Okay, I guess that's pretty good.
Remember the fallen. I purify my enemies.
Who knows what secrets will uncover?
Alright. Like, I'm gonna lose to Infinite Stall. There's the mass poly. There's the mass poly. I knew this would happen, dude. I knew this would happen. What a genius way to try and play it out.
Remember this day, for you are graced with my presence.
Imagine Traka.
Remember the
So
fallen.
bad. Okay. Well, now Lady just has infinite stealth. Is there a way that I can like discover like more options out of this? I mean, I also just have, you know, make this really big and then play the 2 invitations. But it's like if I end up if this ends up taking up the buffs, this takes up the board, and then suddenly I only have this and I have the buffs going to this guaranteed. Or I have the option of maybe high rolling another legendary and also playing it after I get my lady attacks. Like I've still got, you know, infinite damage. Infinite sheeps. Okay, these sheeps are never dying. And he needs to freeze me. He's already played both of his blizzards. Already played a parrot. If he plays parrot again, he's just gonna okay. I think I have to do it this way. I need to guarantee damage, right? If he has one turn where he doesn't play solid alibi, then we just win. Okay. I swear to God, if I get Theotard, I'm gonna be mad. Well, if he plays Theotard, then I'm fine, right?
I do say, I seem to have lost.
Okay, he's going all in. He's going all in to find Rune. And Rune could still fail. If it hits nothing but AoE, it doesn't matter. He needs to hit Freeze. Freeze is the only thing that will keep him alive. So what's in the box?
Magic?
He doesn't even hit a box.
I've heard of it.
It's over. It's actually just over. Dude, the sheep was not enough. I don't think the mass poly is the way to counter this deck. 4 mana, you have to have like flurries or something. Yeah, like flurries.
I
It's
have
the
an
only thing that
idea.
matters is flurries.
You can't stop this
That's it.
snowstorm.
That's it. Oh my God, that's it, dude. Oh God, no. Oh, you hit the. Oh my, he hit the only minions that mattered. I mean, high roll a legendary, but I need the spells for my lady, and if I play the lady, then I have no board space. And now my lady only goes into 2 minions that I don't care about. Dude, no, not like this. If I hit King Crush, make it 12. That's still not enough to win.
I'm running out of time.
Imagine if I would have brand into the Countess though. Definitely should have waited on the brand, yeah. Because then he would have done it to these. I would have had a big brand and a big Countess. Oh my God, I played this well until that point. Wait. You son of a bitch!
For bad manners.
A watery grave.
Oh man! Alright, King Crush me, dude. King Crush me, dude.
That was easy.
Yo, I don't think there's a problem with Theatar actually. I take it back. Theatar is fine. Dude, Theatar is fine. Theatar is fine. You take away one condition, I'll find another one. Theatar is a completely balanced card, by the way. 100%, Theatar is a balanced card. And really, are we just evolving backwards?
Fate lies ahead of us.
Was it really this quick? This quick for us to evolve backwards into the Hunter meta? All right, who posted rank 1 legend on with Hunter? What, the Paladin deck? Paladin deck has a few large rushers. Only the 5-man of Ziliax wannabe, right? Is there any good lifesteal minion? Yeah, the only one is the elitist snob. And in this deck in particular, it's probably not a good idea. No way, it's the play. Last time that screwed me over way too badly. Curve normally? Yeah, I should stop debating it.
Guides you.
Consecration? Gives me the turn 6 equality turn. I could actually do this to set up order in the court, so yeah.
Repent.
Okay. Could do this like on turn 5 or something. I do this on turn 5, this on turn 6. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, so we should do this on turn 5 then.
Really? It's not too heavy.
All right, I gotta get my energy back, man. I can't let a few Hunter matchups completely knock out the energy. I would wait until turn 7 to order. Don't know how the pros do it though. Well, why do we want to wait until turn 7 though?
The moment is upon us.
Like, you do that, then you don't get your carry-all on 8. The whole reason why I've been doing this early is so that way I can like time it so that way carry-all gets drawn right when turn 8 happens. That's the only reason why I've been doing it so quickly. Yo, Superior David coming in with the raid. Okay, now I definitely gotta stop complaining about hunters. Yo, what's going on, guys? Good to have y'all here. So even if you missed it, there will be a rerun.
Spice over here.
There may be a rerun.
May the light grant you.
All right, Righteous Defense. I think this is a good time to do this now because I have Light Raise as a playable card.
No, I've
This
got this.
might work out pretty decently. See, I have to kill this. I'm gonna have to kill this.
No, I've got this.
Don't care about it. But yo, what's going on? Good to see some shake weights, guys. Speaking of superior emotes, I've got 4 of the Horde emotes finally. So if you guys are huge Horde fans, bam, you got some good emotes in order to show your pride wherever you go. You were just mentioning it. I hope you were, man. We didn't get to hang out for too long. I unfortunately had I had to trek back to Indianapolis. But we hung out for a little bit. We got to talk. We got to, But in any case, I'm glad you're doing well, David. I'm glad that we had a chance to, link up for a little bit. Why? The only 20%. 20%. I always miss the 20%. Why? Don't ask me. Oh my God. Why? So Hunter might be the way in order to counter this deck. You cut Leviathan. Cutting Leviathan might be the way. I like the idea of Varian. Varian was something that Habu was messing with. But I'm only playing this deck because Bunny Hopper hit me 1 legend, so I'm just doing this for a video. Okay, it is way too soon for Cariel. Maybe I did this 1 turn too soon. But I also have the clear into this. I can't really think of anything outside of Varian. Like, what else would you want to slot in for the 7? You still have Countess. I'm gonna clear all of this, just like it's Hopes and Dreams. I actually think this is better. I could save this for when it's actually necessary, I draw my Countess. It kind of sucks that I can't deal with the Rat King. But that's honestly fine. Okay, so give me the Knight, or I'll take the Well, no, I should take the knight. Yeah, having another equality seems good.
The battle.
Don't care about this. Actually, maybe I should have knocked it out. What am I thinking? I should have knocked that out. That was just more damage, and now I gave him 9 damage instead of 6 damage. Reno sooner makes you play Jailer sooner. I also agree with that. Like you're still running Reno. I think Reno in this deck is honestly nuts, and I don't want to cut it. But there's been lots of times where I've been like 1 away from the Reno. Not this game, hopefully. Hopefully not this game. But yeah, I like Reno a lot. Did you run the Did you end up running the variant or something else?
Our hardships.
Okay, 100% happening.
Our resilience. Remember.
Boom, boom, fire power. This guy's running out of resources. I feel like you lose the mirror. Wait, so your deck loses the mirror, but it beats everything else? Okay, that's what you're applying. Yeah, let's take a look at this. Right as we got the rush coming in, dude. Let's go.
Who here?
What's everybody that's stuck through the raid? My name's Clark HELLSCREAM.
Anybody?
I've been playing Hearthstone for quite some time. Since early GVG, late Nox Ramus. Yeah, right before GVG was pretty much when I started playing. Oh my god, you put in Viper? Oh, we're already countering the Paladins.
Pick me!
We're already countering the Paladins. Okay, well there's the Reno.
All are equal under the light.
Hit the 1/1. Nice.
I purify my enemies.
And knock these out. Play this. I hope to God I am not doing this too soon.
Remember the fallen.
Wait, am I playing into? I'm playing into Eichmann. What am I doing? I'm playing into Eichmann. Eichmann literally going to destroy me now. Oh, dude, far left card. That could be Eichmann. Why didn't I think about this until now? If you top deck it, oh my. Ah! All right, here we go. Here we go. This is totally fine. Totally fine, right?
I'm 7 years old.
Oh my god! Dude, hunters are just the way to beat Paladin, it seems. And now I'm gonna have to switch decks so that way every single time I queue into a hunter, I don't just want to uninstall the game. Oh my god. You don't have counters for this deck? Is it worth crafting? Oh, dude, if you got 30k dust, then yeah, it's definitely worth it. You're not gonna miss that dust.
Remember the fallen.
I mean, I can still win this, right?
Remember the fallen.
I can still win this. We got a bit of damage here. And I'm only taking so much. Yeah, Theo Reno. I was kind of worried about him like wanting to counter like a spell, but what would even be the point? He would stop the counters, I guess. Finally a game where Reno matters. Let's see. So any charge card does it, right? Pretty much any charge card
Remember
does it
this
here.
day, for you are graced with my presence.
Mulvrick? Mulvrick is actually really funny. Replace my hand and deck with ones from other classes? Yeah, definitely not. It's actually Mulvrick. That's the funny thing.
Mulvrick's fleet is ready.
Wow. Yeehaw.
Remember
2 damage off lethal. Could honestly hit anything and it doesn't matter. Okay, how can I lose? Is King Crush enough? I don't think so. So I'm at 22 technically because of, or yeah, 22 because of fatigue. King Crush is not enough damage. Hero Power King Crush is... Whoa, wait a minute.
I have endured enough.
Oh my god, the perfect sire counter! Oh my god! Dude, how much damage was that sire? That was like over 20 damage. Oh my god, yeah, we need to nerf Sire Denathrius. We need to nerf Sire Denathrius, that's for damn sure.